Day 5, Tuesday. Sugai.
Why would Mayumi lie?
Why else, Date? She thinks that Oda's in trouble and she's gonna lie to protect him. It's what mothers do. It's the cliched mother thing.
She is probably protecting someone.
Yeah, Ota.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Who is Mayumi covering for? Ota. Who else? How did Date even get into this position of like a detective when he's so bad at this? Alright, Aiba, let's have a look at you. Aiba is sitting in the passenger seat. Yes, thank you. Let's do stupid answers only. Iris?
Mayumi hates Iris. I doubt she would protect her.
You're right.
So Sejima?
Congressman Sejima has no connection to Mayumi. Or do you know something I don't?
No, sorry. Just a guess.
No need to apologize. I know that the brilliant mind of Kaname Date wouldn't waste my time throwing out random guesses. I am sure I will agree with you once you explain your reasoning. In detail.
You don't have to bully me. I was just thinking out loud.
No, we must bully Date. Mizuki?
This is bad. His condition is worsening. Perhaps we need to increase the dose. Or reduce it?
When she says stuff like this, it's really sus.
I can hear you muttering, you know.
That's really sus. Ota?
It's Ota.
No shit, it's
it
over.
has to be.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Possibly.
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Yep.
Why would he do that?
To cover himself up. What else?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Highly unlikely. Even though he has seemingly indirect connections to most of the victims. Except for Tessa.
Impossible.
Why?
Well, let's do the top one. In yesterday's Somnium, Oda and let's do Iris's eye taken out. Let's go.
Iris had her left eye pulled out. Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
Yeah, why would she do that though?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
I guess in that case scenario, possibly. Why can't Oda be the culprit? Because the van was stolen. And then you're going to tell me that, oh, but someone else, she could have ordered someone to steal the van. Anyway, we'll do that one.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
Yeah, but there was no fingerprints on the driving side.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
Exactly.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
That is true. That is true. But then it would also be possible that there will be smudge marks dependent on the drying up of the oils on your skin to create those fingerprints. I don't know, seems a bit sus. Anyway, in yesterday's Somnium, Oda and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream.
Yeah, that's probably the best answer right there. It's just a dream. Could be a representation of anything.
It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
Exactly. Finally, you're being wise for once, Date. I don't understand.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it. Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw.
Yes, that's why you only see one of them. Have you ever seen the polar bear and Ota in the same at the same time? No, we have not.
Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
That's exactly what I said.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
Possible.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
That's true, it's only a theory. A game theory! I had to say that. Anyway, why would they do that?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Okay, why would Iris kill Shoko and Renju? I know it's extremely sus with I guess with the contrasting evidence about Iris and her driving the van. Holy shit! Wait, hold up. Okay, so for those who haven't been watching me play this game or been watching my YouTube videos about this game, if you were to go back, one of the evidences was that there was an incident where Iris and Renju were going into his maid cafe like at like a unusual time, and the weight distribution between her and Renju and the oil barrel combined matched the same weight, which possibly, you know, condemns her that she was the one in fact that killed Renju and stringed him up. So there's that as well. So the fact that, yeah, it actually could be that Iris killed Renju because of the merch, right? It might be.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself.
Yeah, that could be it.
It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory.
Yes, that's true. It's only a theory.
It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer.
That is true.
Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed.
I mean, if you wanted to kill them, you didn't have to make them so flashy, right? You could have always hidden their bodies. Why make it flashy? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive.
Oh, I just remembered that Iris knew a lot about the Eye of Providence and, you know, that kind of stuff. Further things that could potentially implicate her.
Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
I don't know. It's still just like speculation at this stage. We need more hard evidence.
We can't rule anything out.
Reminds me of American Horror Stories a bit. Could be. Matsushita Diner, Tuesday, 11:15 a.m.
Ota, why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her! Why?
He makes it sound like she's died or something. Okay, speak with Oda. Let's have a look at him first. Looks like Oda has come down. Let's ask the obvious. Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me. They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
Fair enough. It's not like Mayumi's under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes, but as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying, so we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
That's what I've been saying. Mom didn't do it. She's innocent.
Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way. Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself, or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that?
Nah, not a spineless coward like yourself. That is so mean.
I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
That wasn't caught on camera, though. Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
You're saying that I stabbed myself?
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
Oh man, look at Date's face.
You...
I mean... Did you stage the warehouse incident?
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Mom is protecting me?
Yes.
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone. The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently, she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition. Mom has... dementia. Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
Possible. About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault. It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good. You know Bloom Park is close by here, right? People who visited the park would stop here a lot. But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah, we're just barely outside of the restricted area, but because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot. The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day, and he was a security guard and traffic cop at night.
Damn, man. Hard worker.
Mom worked as a janitor, and we're both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was such a dumbass. I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC, and Idol concert tickets.
Man, these are really good parents.
I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Well, I'm glad he realized that. You know, better later than never. Debt.
And there's a loan on the house and the diner. Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up, so they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked. Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork. But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing.
Parents' loves, eh? Yes. Let the feels train come aboard. Yeah, man. It's often that... And you can probably reflect on yourselves as well. You often don't realize how good you have it until you lose it.
She just smiled and told me that it was okay, even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer. Well, that's a good goal to have.
You can hear the concern.
But you really should finish college. You work so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom.
Haven't we all been here before?
A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you. Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
Aww. She's such a sweetheart. You lied about the editor thing, right?
Yeah. How do you guess?
Let me guess. You've done everything. Now every interaction has been somewhat of a lie. How about that?
It was really just a few texts back and forth, but I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that.
Ah, to be young and dumb.
But it's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once. I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that. But Mom, she kept supporting me.
Wait, hold up. You knew... Wait, I want to know this. Did Oda have this revelation now? Or did he have it before? Because if he had it before, he shouldn't have bought, you know, those Tesla idols and all that kind of stuff and waste money on that. Instead, maybe go out and get like a part-time job. Maybe just do research to, you know, enhance the stories that he's writing or something, you know. Or maybe it's just his ego, too prideful to let it go, and has to maintain the lie. When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college, Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Oh, rip.
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Oh, that's rough, man.
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Oh. Oh man, this feels bad, man. Tough Taco says, not to mention he had a phone. His mum said he better not, it's a waste of money. Man, was against himself the whole while. Yes, that's right. So hard to watch, I know, right? It's rough. It's very rough. The feels. Anyway, listen to the rest of the story.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit.
I'm so glad he was realizing this.
I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. It was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
Oh, this just breaks my heart. About that picture.
What's that picture?
Oda turned the photo frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me, one time when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit.
He's gonna say a but, right? There's definitely a but, right?
But I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Yes, thank goodness. No. Yeah, like we said from the start, we highly doubt this guy's a criminal. There's just something's not adding up. I don't know what it is, but something's not adding up.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
Your presumption is illogical.
That is also somewhat true, Aiba. Somewhat true.
Human beings are illogical.
That's incorrect. Depends on what you mean by logical.
We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time.
Again, you need to define what logical means.
But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Intuition.
Do you find that useful?
At times.
Hmm.
Aiba, let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Oda is sitting with a depressed look on his face. Well, at least Oda's finally learnt, you know, all these signs are finally coalescing together, and it's finally showing him who he is and who he is in his world and where he fits within the world of others. And hopefully he'll become a better man after this. Alright, let's go there. Harbour Warehouse District, Tuesday, 12:50 PM.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
I was also going to say, I'm not crying, you're crying. Anyways, let's have a look. Water.
Date, look! A tonguefish on the ocean floor.
What's a tonguefish?
A flat fish, like the sole of a shoe.
You can see all the way down there?
Of course I can. My vision and my looks are my best qualities.
Aiba, what's in this box?
Your favorite kind of reading material, and a lot of it.
Porn mags, got it.
Academic research papers on criminology?
No, the kind that features gratuitous nudity.
Wooden box. I gotta make up some excuse to grab that box. Crane.
Just like my you-know-what.
Oh god, Date.
What is your you-know-what?
It could only be one thing.
Oh, your ego?
Oof. Oof, that burn.
No, not my ego.
Oil drum.
Hi, I'm Drum Imon.
You say strange things sometimes.
Container. If I put that corner container in an empty slot, would the bottom line disappear? What the hell does that mean? Station wagon.
Aiba, are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Date, no horny. Van.
Aiba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities. Either Iris or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse, but that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene.
That is true.
If she was, how did she get here? She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
Of course, a different car. I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Wait, you didn't do that earlier? Iba connected to the end system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
At Lemniscate? Why?
Unknown, but we should speak with the driver immediately.
Okay, before we go, let's look at the rest of the stuff. Policeman. Policeman. He says he doesn't have any new information. Okay. Van. So almost certainly not her. Of course not. We all knew that. Alright, let's go to the map. Then let's go. Lemniscate, Tuesday, 1:36 PM. How about getting pressed about the artistic skills?
Hey, got a minute?
Are you talking to moi?
I already don't like this guy.
Moi?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
Lots of magazine in the rack.
Teacher, anyone can run a pyramid scheme. I believe I'll purchase that on my way home.
Monitor.
Ah, this is Magnus Spiel.
How do you know?
High stool.
A high stool. It's like a tall seat.
Why are you stating the obvious?
Wee wee? Yeah, I know, right? Plants.
Date, look! An antlion! Yay! Go, antlion!
Iba has a strange fascination with insects. So far.
Sofa King.
Don't.
I just got that. Receptionist. That's look. It's her with the big tits. Dante. Goddamn. Abstract painting.
Oh, have you taken note of the painting? It is titled Lions Fishing. Carpe diem.
Is it business as usual here?
What? You gotta come closer. I can't hear you.
Oh my god. Like her voice is such a stereotypical, like one of those like sophomore brats. I walk closer to the receptionist.
Well, what can I say, you know? The biz is harsh, schedules are tight. If we shut down for even a day, we'd throw everyone else's schedules off. So they want to avoid that, of course.
Of course. Okay, so I can still talk to her. About Iris.
What? You're too far away. I can't hear you.
I walk closer to the receptionist.
Oh, I can't believe Tessa became a victim too. It's like, seriously, can you not?
Like, oh my god.
What if I'm next? Freaks me out. Date, could you introduce me to some big, strong man who can protect me?
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine on your own.
No, I'll totally die.
Chicken. What? That's how she speaks. Do you want to get some food sometime?
Huh? I can't hear you.
I walked closer to the receptionist.
Oh, you asked me out before, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
But it's kind of complicated.
Because you're a reptilian?
I told you, I am reptilian.
I figured as much.
But you were just joking, right?
No, I'm serious. I only eat vegetables.
Oh my god! Oh, she's the most stereotyped character I've seen today. In this game. She's the blonde bimbo.
I am fairly sure she means vegetarian.
Yes, we all got that, Iva. Alright, let's have a look at him. A self-employed taxi driver. What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Temeke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
Very good, sir. Very good. Where are you from?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
Then why do you talk like that?
That's so rude, Date.
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
You know what his voice sounds like? That announcer or narrator in Stanley Parable about Mayumi. Before I arrived to Lemnis Gate, I got a picture of Mayumi from Abyss. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Ooh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Whoa, rude.
Old hag.
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Reported?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse? It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
Anyway, describe what happened with Mayumi.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening, near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner. That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry! I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film. I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that.
Okay, clearly you're not connecting the dots here. I'm clearly asking the questions about what happened, and I am a detective. I've shown you my badge. You should know I know that, unless you're insinuating that I'm an idiot. In which your case, you're probably correct, because Date's, I don't know, his memory's so bad.
In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van.
Who thinks that way?
So I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there. While waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move, the old hag suddenly spoke up. I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu. I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Oto was left behind at the Famisto.
Mayumi thought Oto was in the van the whole time.
Maybe that's why she thinks that Oto's the killer, because she didn't see the rest.
We then arrived at a splendid manor. The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside. I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district.
Wait, what?
The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. In fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
There's something sus going on in that district. So we found that during that Kabasaki district that there's an underground abandoned train station. Yeah, we'll just call it abandoned train station. I'm wondering if that's where the killer's main hideout is.
About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
Man, this guy's memory is amazing.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor. Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses. Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses. I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return. The goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
Alright, I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question. Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that residence. It is the personal home of Congressman So Sajima.
Wait, what?
Sajima? Why did the van go to So's house?
We need to speak with him immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
Alright, thanks driver. Till next time. Sejima Residence, Tuesday, 2:21 p.m.
There's no one here.
Indeed.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
That is sus.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside. Hey, Aiba. Do you smell something funny?
Oh no, it's gonna explode? Or is it a rotting carcass?
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
But are you not connected to my brain?
Oh, right.
Oh, I have some sneaking suspicion something's there, right? Let's have a look around. But before you do that, let's look at the files. We have a new person updated. Taxi driver. My god, that photo does not do him justice. Dislikes people who watch the map on their smartphones the whole ride. I wonder why. Hobbies, multi-level marketing. That's why I wanted that book. Large vase.
There's something strange about this vase.
Yes, the only item that sticks out.
Ugh.
Oh no. There's a dead body in there, isn't there?
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Is there something inside?
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
So just break the vase.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure...
Oh, let's break it. Oh yeah, that's right, we can always x-ray it. Totally forgot about that. Let's have a look at it. I need a way to see inside. Easy. X-ray. Oh! Oh! What the f... What the f... I did not expect that. At all. I expected like... I was kind of expecting like a whole body to be there. But not chopped up pieces. What the fuck? Holy shit. When did this game get so dark?